Don't let the beautiful cars deceive you. This is one of the most cognitive, challenging car events I have ever taken place in. Welcome to the Mille Miglia training event. Welcome to the USA. Welcome to Virginia.
Good morning. We're about to embark on Mille Miglia warm-up USA. I've never been to this part of America, so it's a treat being here. And it's great here during fall as well, because everything looks super picturesque. But the biggest perk of being here is we're about to learn how to properly do the race, the time trials, and all of the equipment that comes with it to make sure that we're super accurate over these lines. So yeah, stay tuned. We're about to go to a racetrack.
Hi guys, I'm Francesca Parolin and I'm the General Director of Mille Miglia, Italy. So why do we have an event like this? Why do we have a warm-up? Well, you cannot expect to come to what is known as the most beautiful race in the world, which is actually a competition in Italy that spans over 5 days, 2,000 kilometers, unprepared. So we decided to bring the Mille Miglia lifestyle, the Mille Miglia competition over to the US to train those crew that are interested in learning our sport and in coming and joining the Mille Miglia, because this is the only way you can actually understand, not get lost, and hope to be able not just to rank pretty fairly nice, but also to enjoy the experience and arrive at the end. You know, everyday people are very competitive and we are doing our best to make sure they understand how to race.
So when Francesca says race, there is a series of competitions that take place on road and track across average and timed trials. As you're about to find out, it is not as straightforward as it seems.
So, like the most basic thing is you need to do the COs each day. So start and finish, and you get penalties for not being on time. So you need to be within your
That's your 1 minute window.
That's your 1 minute window. Then the CTs, you have to have all the stamps. That means you're on course. Okay. So we know that you're on course.
Yes.
And then all the money's in the PC.
It's in the timing. Okay. What does PC and CO and PM stand for?
CO means it's the big time control for the day. It's the control on audio for the day.
Okay.
It's your big time. It's big times. You're gonna have like 2 of those today. You know, so PCs are precision time trials. These are the going over the timing hoses. Okay. And then PM is your average speed. It's a prova media. It's an average speed. So during that average speed, you got to. So imagine if you had point A to point B, okay, and I ask you to go 40 kilometers an hour. So you just put it in cruise control and you're 40 kilometers an hour. But here's what happens. We're going through curves, so as you go through curves, you're slowing. You have to slow down. You're not going to be able to maintain that speed. Right. You got to catch up a bit, and you got to keep your average. And what we're doing is taking markings on there. We predict that you need to be X, Y, and Z on the course based on going at 40 kilometers an hour. Right. So if you're not there, that's how you get penalized, and that's on a second. So those penalties are on a second. Honestly, those are easy. Those are easy.
But seriously now, over the next few days, we are going to be traversing the length and breadth of Virginia, near 1,000 miles, with countless checkpoints, time trials, and navigational challenges along the way. And our sat-nav is a printed book. There is certainly no Google Maps here.
Hi guys, I'm Paolo Tomaselli. I come from Italy and I'm the sport manager of Mille Miglia and also the manager of Registro Mille Miglia. We are here in this wonderful area with these wonderful cars and we are enjoying a lot. But the most important thing is that this is a race. So every guy have to do his best to win and to have the best results in the time trial, in the time control, in the average trial. It's a little bit complicated to win, but well, the guys have to enjoy it.
That's a good start. We are 3 minutes in and the car is totally died. That's what I thought. Nothing.
So being British and being in the fortunate position to own an E-Type back in the UK, the Mille team thought it would be appropriate to give me an E-Type for this event.
It's done. It's done again. Devoid of car, dear. Tell me we're not going to break down on a bend. Come on.
The first time that I saw it was the day I was driving it, and within 1 hour I got stickers on the car and we were out of the drive. Just 1 mile out of the hotel and, well, this happened.
I think the team from the owner of this car is coming with a second car. They're going to try and fix this, but we're also going to swap into the second car so that we can make it to summit motor racing circuit so that we can do our training. Is that, is it?
In the end, the E-Type was done, and the team came to the rescue, delivering us a backup car in none other than a 1980s Alfa Romeo Graduate.
These days are so random. Who'd have thought today we'd have been driving an Alfa Graduate through Virginia?
An Italian car for an Italian rally, and all of a sudden, we were back in the game, at least for now.
Haha, look at this, we're here. Wow. So this is a 21-second stage. 19, 18, right, and I can see the stage up here. And we cannot stop after, crikey, 12. Oh, I think that was good! This is that crazy 7-second one. Ready? Come on, that was right on point, man. I knew that one was too early. I just felt it, man. I'm going to be practicing this up to the traffic lights at home after this. Right, you ready? Yeah. Okay, this is our 7-second one.
Yeah. Oh no! 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 Oh, what are you doing?
Click! Here's the other thing, right? You know how that car there has just overheated? Well, it's a cold day here, right? It's really cold. But on these stages, you're going quite steady, so the airflow. Imagine that in an Italian summer, right? Like, you've got to have, the engineering of your car has got to be down.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, awesome.
So that is my summer drive. Isn't it a great car?
I love this car.
I love it. Her name is Verona.
Verona in Virginia, brilliant. On that 1:33 section, we were less than a second out. We were 9/10 out. That's pretty good for 1:33. You know, on the pro event, on the Mille Miglia, at the end of the event, the top guys, top 5, top 10.
3 or 2, 3, 400 seconds of
Average, the whole event.
No, I'm
Hundreds
not
over the collective event.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be. No,
Wow,
guys,
seriously?
I know that seems incredible.
That's amazing.
But the guys that make this kind of sport, obviously, as every time kind of sports,
Yes.
train a lot and improve the level a lot.
Right.
So they are magical, in my opinion, because it's very difficult to take an average of 3, 4, 2 in more than 100 trial of average
Across
guys.
4 or 5 days.
Yes. So you say 10, 9, etc. Maybe.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Only to improve, only to try.
So we need to get a better
Yes.
understanding of time and distance. You know, the fundamentals of the whole rally.
Yeah. It's good. The drivers have to speed up or slow down according to the timing that he gives you. Okay, the co-driver gives, and you push. Remember, not when you arrive at 0, but when the wheels pass through. Okay, because you say 0, but he is a little bit faster or later, so it's different the moment when you pass through. Okay.
You click as your wheels hit the tube.
Absolutely. He click and you have to pass in the same.
So we've just spent the day training on this racetrack to sort of get a feel for how we do these timing stages. And now we're actually going to do real ones out on the road on our way back. No pressure, Yorkie, because this is actually where you come in. This bit's happening now, which is our average time trial. Then you've got to read these hieroglyphics and get us back. We're punctuated by some timing stages. We've got to maintain 25 mile an hour on this
That's the
yellow
track,
section.
right?
Yeah. one done.
Really
it was
good.
good. Like,
It's
it
really
made
fun.
so much sense now. We've spent time understanding the format of how these things work.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's been really, really, really cool. The craziest thing, which now makes sense, why on the Mille, like on the road, you need police escorts because you've got to be at your checkpoint at a designated time. If you get held up by traffic, you could get penalised. So it now makes total sense that the Mille is able to happen in Italy to the size and extent it does because it is a government-supported event, which therefore allows the police to escort you to your location safely while moving traffic. Today, that totally clicked. I was genuinely just thinking to myself, I just had a moment. I was like, as a British kid, to be in Virginia in fall with a cinnamon roll and a coffee. Don't know, feels like I'm on a movie set. It's cool, man.
The Mille Miglia, so we've had it since 2019 here, and it's just got better and better. You know, obviously we had COVID, which interrupted it for 2-3 years, something like that. And then our mayor and town manager went over to Brescia for the actual Mille Miglia to get the real feeling of it. The Mille Miglia folks are just so warm, and they love the warmth of Middleburg itself, and it's just become one of the key events of the year for us that we look forward to. And it's the perfect location for it, with the countryside. This weather is amazing. It's a bit chilly right now, but sun's shining, a totally blue sky, and all these amazing cars from locals and people who brought them in from further afield. Today we're driving a 1966 Ford Mustang convertible V8, small block, 289. And guess what? The heating works inside. It's incredible. And we're just getting the windshield defrosted right now. It's been a bit cold overnight, coldest night of the year, of course. And looks like we're going to have a great day in this.
So there is the start downtown Middelburg, and again this is going to be a huge celebration for the town, and this is going to be the longest day of drive. So we are driving for 8 hours. We are going down through Skyline Drive, the Shenandoah Park. We are going to Barboursville. We are going to have an amazing lunch in a winery, which happens to be an Italian winery, established in 1970s, and the winemaker is Italian. And then we are driving back, and the day is going to end in a local brewery downtown Middelburg, and then we'll gather around here again for the briefing.
Are you learning?
Okay, I am learning.
You're
One of
learning?
the things that really intrigued me last night was the explanation of your, I guess, balance of performance based on your drag coefficient.
Yeah,
That's
so,
interesting.
Yeah, so the basic way it works here is the older the car, the better. Okay. And so the coefficient's set up because, I mean, a modern car is going to be in a better position to do all these times. You can just control it better.
Right.
I mean, Sean has a 1934 car. I mean,
gear sticks on the outside of the car,
well, he's also got cut gears. I mean, he doesn't have synchromesh.
Sure.
So there's all that sort of stuff going on. So an old car is going to get a different coefficient. It's so his is 1934, so he has 1.34. You're in a
86, I think.
86, so you're 1.86. So if you guys did exactly the same, if you did time,
Yeah,
Sean,
if we nailed it like he did, he'd still win it.
yeah, you're toast.
Okay, old is gold.
Yeah, your little fist bump, tap of the hat, all that kind of good stuff.
We had an epiphany yesterday. It all just sort of clicked. There was a light bulb moment of, oh my God, this is how it works.
Okay.
And that was awesome.
That's good.
That was really
That's
cool.
good. That's
so
good.
today, we looked at the results. We came 6th.
There you go.
Yesterday.
Boom.
So we're happy with that.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've done this. So also, it turns out we're in a fairly new car by standards. So how do we calculate back if we were in a 30s car?
Well, you can take a look at your times at Ask Paolo Tomaselli in our group. You can pull up your times and you can see. And we'll talk about that because I'd like to talk about that when we get maybe through some days here. But I don't want to give, you can't give me
information overload.
It's like, I mean, we're here to have fun. We're here to make something that doesn't happen anywhere else but Italy happen here.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Thanks.
This is the regularity skill is something that everyone needs training all the time, and no matter how many times you do on the event, because at least for us that live in North America, we never get this opportunity. Italy is the only country that does that type of regularity training or regularity racing, so we're at a disadvantage for the rest of the world. So anytime I can get regularity training, I take it. First time I went to the Mille Miglia was 2011. Mark Gessler, who's the organizer here, was actually my neighbor. He invited me to join his group in 2011. He had a friend who was looking for a co-driver, and that was sort of my first seat, and I got the bit in the mouth and never looked back. This is called the Zero Drive. So this is really the odometer, and this is the device we're using for the average speed, the PM. That device is PC, and we have actually spare one of those. So Leanne holds this one, so we're both doing the PCs. In the event that something happens in my device or I forget to click, then we have a second one that's working in the heat of the moment. And this is the device for the average speed. There was at least 2 times in the real Mille Miglia where my trigger didn't work or I forgot. I got sort of spun up, and so we used Leanne's time and.
It's funny because I felt like we were on it yesterday, but this is the official first day of the race. Look, this is the starting line here. And what's really nice is Middelburg have invited down all of the kids from the schools to come and watch all of the cars go. Imagine this as a day at school. Another Mille Miglia rolls through town. Look at all the kids. It's just brilliant. And I love it here. Middelburg's awesome. So because our car when we arrived was number 15, and so as the number would suggest, we were supposed to start in 15th place, as it were. But the E-Type broke down during our training yesterday, and so because we had to join in a new car, we had to have new stickers, and we're now 27. So we're going to be crossing the line pretty much last. Which actually is not a problem because the placement isn't in position of first place, second, third. How you win is by your accurate timings. But our place on the grid is literally last. Just means we get to enjoy this more.
How are you? How are you out here today?
I am beyond excited for this. I'm really, really pumped. And we had an epiphany light bulb moment yesterday of, this is how it works.
So now you're going to put it all together today?
I mean, that's the theory. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how you do today out here. Where do you hail from?
Both of us were both from England, and we can't be more happy to be out here.
And you're rocking a red Alfa Romeo out here. How about that today?
We actually started in a red Jaguar E-Type. But we just thought it was more fitting to fully embrace the Italian theme by hopping into an Italian car.
You've been doing a number of events. You did the Mille Miglia in Italy this past year.
We did that earlier this summer. Trying to just captivate the scale of that event is incredible. It's a real national event.
It seemed like you had a tough go at it, so we're going to help you have a better go at it now. After the epiphany you had yesterday, we're going to show some true competitive spirit out there. Go UK.
Let's bring you. Let's go. Left starting grid. We've managed to get our first 6 turns correct, and now we're approaching our very first official timing stage of the day. We're in this now. We're actually in it. This is really happening.
Well, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That's why they get you to accelerate. Go.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, really?
No. What's this 9 seconds here? This one, Jesus Christ.
5, 4, and there's a hump. 3, 2.
I think that one was okay.
Well done.
Okay. That one was okay. That's probably one of the best driving roads we've been on so far. It's a proper sort of tight, twisty pass that has led up to the Shenandoah National Park. So this is where our next time stage is. It's kind of cool to do a time stage in a park, right? It's pretty cool. probably do a bit about the car, even though we introduced it in the episode yesterday. What we are in is an Alfa Romeo 1600 Spider Graduate Edition. So in the 60s there was a film called The Graduate, and there's an iconic scene where he drives off in his 1600 Spider. And then several years later, or many years later, because they produced these cars since the 60s till the 80s, in the 80s, towards the end of the run of these cars, they did a Graduate Trim Edition, which I believe was exclusive to the US market, and this is one of those such editions. We are in the 1600 Graduate Alpha Spider, and I have to say, I think so far we're enjoying it, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's chill. It's really nice as well to experience a car that you've never driven. And this particular build is a mid-80s, I think. It doesn't weigh much, but it also doesn't have much go. And it doesn't have much in the way of assisted steering, so it's slow speeds, it's got very heavy weighted steering. And at sort of higher speeds it flows quite well. But it has pretty old school tyres on it. I'm not sure they're quite cross-ply, but they're not, let's just say it's not a modern day Michelin Cup 2 either, so they're a bit spongy on the old feedback. But it's a nice thing to be in, and this particular event isn't necessarily about speed, it's more about accuracy, so it doesn't really matter how much horsepower you've got, it doesn't contribute really to how effective you are at times and stages.
Probably a little early.
Okay, a little early.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. We're getting pretty good at the road book, I think. I think you're doing a good job here. But we're early.
We are early.
So we have, check this out, a 1 minute, a 60
Yeah, this
second
is
allocated window to turn up to that checkpoint and all of the checkpoints. So we're at the Barbersville Vineyards, and I think it looks like on the driveway to this vineyard we've got the time stage. Okay, here we are, timing stage. Stage was tricky. It was off-road. A couple of the timing points caught us off guard a little bit. They dropped us in a winery in the middle of a car event. So we can buy wine to take home, but obviously we can't have it to consume. There is, however, a Countach parked outside the front door, so let's go and have a sniff at that. How's that for an exhaust system?
We're learning. Slowly.
We're here, which makes it a good day, so it shouldn't be a total loss.
So far so good. So the weather is great, the roads are gorgeous, and the food was amazing. Feels like being in Italy.
We're early.
No penalty. You can
No penalty?
check in early permitted.
We're a bit early.
No.
It's okay.
Good?
Okay. That was our first competitive day ever.
Yes.
I think that's quite good. It's like basically from the get, you're in.